Welcome back to Anno 117. Now, I'm having so much fun that I'm actually recording back to back. I kind of felt that there's not much I can do in between episodes here anyways. So in this episode, we're going to both settle the island up there, and we are going off and... yeah, Albion. So, with this flagship, we can take with us 3 stacks of timber. I have no idea what I need in Albion, so I'll take 2 stacks of timber, 1 stack of tiles, 1 stack of concrete, I think. And then, can we... is there a button like there used to be? Send ship to an island? No. So how do I go to Albion? Oh, this will trigger a video.
You Romans probably think this place is weird. All of that. But then if a Celt saw Latium, they'd probably feel the same. It's our home. It's ancient. Naturally, a Roman sees it running wild and wants to bring it to order, to heal. Expect a bit of resistance there, mind. It's 2 different worlds, sort of bound by fate, but divided in belief. Anyway, Albion knows how all that's meant to meet. Of course, you must be the new governor. You're welcome to drop in at the hill fort of the capital. I'm Manx, their chief.
Pleasure to meet you,
Fabius
Max.
Gemellus Corvinus, Procurator. You must be the newest governor. Mars knows we need help.
Waiting for your decree.
We do get a trireme for free up here with 30 timber and 25 weapons.
Never trust galley slaves. A free rower will defend himself and your ship.
The Procurator
After that
sells
failed expedition in Arabia, I know better than to complain about water falling from the sky.
timber and tiles and soap, apparently. And a preacher. And a clarion caller.
We stand waiting.
This is a fairly good trireme, actually. Free maintenance. I'm not sure how this thing has 5 slots. Let's quickly have a look at the islands here. Albion features these nice little marshes and a lot of rain. There's a lot of marsh on this island. This island has herbs, flax, seashell, iron, copper, and silver. This one has, oh dear, beavers. Barley, dye, saltwort, beaver, iron, and silver. This one has herbs, dye, flax, beaver, iron, and silver. And this one has barley, small bird population, pony population, iron, copper, and silver. The island up here, herbs, resin, saltwort, small birds, iron, and silver. Kind of feeling this island might be the best one to settle. This is just one big marsh. I'm sure we're going to need the dye plants and stuff. Also the barley is necessary for beer, obviously. This island also looks okay, so I'm kind of guessing these two islands will be our main priorities in the beginning, at least. If we go back to Latium, silver is the first and foremost thing we need for the brooches. The tunics or the togas we can produce down here, and everything in the fine glass also. So silver is really the main thing we need from Albion currently. I don't think these things require anything from Albion, so the next thing we probably need from Albion will be for the tier 4, the patrician tier, the nobles. I noticed that Benbalian says that we can host a festival.
I await your instruction.
So Hereticus Volume can celebrate the Festival of Joy. We do not have 45 chariots, and I don't think I would want to spend 45 chariots if I did have them, because 5,000 denarii is definitely cheaper than 45 chariots, so there we go. We got a centenarian, whatever that is. Not really. It does give some happiness. Suppose we can stick him in there.
Your orders?
586. Wait. It's for the spinners in range. I don't think I have any spinners in range. Although the spinners should be clothiers. So there should be 2 of them in range. 586 if I take him out again. Okay, so he does give a bit of additional happiness. Here we're going to just pick up some timber, and we're going to scoot off up to this island.
Flies, as do we.
I'm gonna bring another stack of concrete, and I'm gonna send you off to Albion. Let's just go to Whitecliff, and then switch on over to Albion again. We do have a ship here, the Hydra Epona. What an interesting name for a ship. So this island here is the one that I want to settle first. Geez, there's a heck ton of marsh here. That beach looks a bit annoying, so I'm gonna send you there. I'm probably gonna miss the ding, but
Tonight's a first performance. The tale of Penelope, savior of Annapolis.
Annapolis, huh? Well then. Yeah, this thing really covers a lot. So that's going to be covering everything down to the river and across, if we want to build buildings across the river. It is the Equites we need most of, and to get Equites we need to get these things here up and running. And to get these things up and running, we are going to need the other islands, so we can get the togas. Togas are definitely the ones that are most important currently, since that gives us the population. We can start with the murex snails, so the snaileries. That's 3 minutes. 2. 1 every 1 2 every 130. So 4 every 130. I don't really think we need that many, but let's build 1 snailery. Am I encountering that bug again? Oh, I have to put on diagonal. I can't build these out in the water now. The snaileries probably... No, they actually require a Libertus workforce. Does that work? I think that's a bit silly in case I want to build out into the water there. Diagonal construction. Like so. And I think it's time to upgrade this because there's a lot of buildings now that's going to be delivering stuff to that one. The next step of that would be a Dimerc. That's -3 happiness in an area effect. That is a lot of buildings that will be unhappy because of this thing, but I'm not too worried about that. Okay, so we can build that like that. Now we need to settle the island up here before, so we can get some flax up and running. This is not very fast. Okay, that's 65,000. Not a problem. Need a patron god. So this island is going to be for flax and sandarak and marble. Let's pause the game and have a look at the deities. Do you do nothing for that? How about you? Nope. Mars? Nope. I didn't mean to click that. Do I I know. Okay, so Minerva would give some bonus to the flax, potentially the cloth. Merculugus is just for the tradecraft, and the Celtic gods, we haven't unlocked those yet. There's really none of the gods that are really of interest for this island, except for Minerva, so I think we need to unlock her. This one is almost done, so we can unlock Minerva. That's going to take 3 minutes 33 seconds after we get the villa retinue. And I think what I'm going to do right now is just keep the game on pause and also pause the recording while I lay out the groundwork for this island, because, well, first of all, upgrade that. It's not going to be that interesting to watch me lay out yet another city grid. So I will see you in a short second, and that island here will look very different. There we go. Now we have a kind of a layout for a city, boring-ish with the grid, of course. But as I've said, as long as I'm learning the game, grid is what it is. Also, the Romans did build their cities in grid, so I don't feel that a very horrible thing. But it does look a bit boring compared to what I used to do in Anno 1800. I did do some diagonal building on this island though. So there is that. Let's start by just getting some basic houses up and running. We don't have that much timber. I did set up a small timber chain out here, the usual 4 to 4 to 1 warehouse. This island shall be Smithium Jordani, in honor of Jordan Smith. We could set up the island actually by the basics. I would like to have regular roads on this island. I think I'm actually going to do that. Buy that up to 100. As for tiles, buy that also up to 100.
Praetor.
Now this guy, or this ship rather, has 2 specialists. And those specialists I think we're just going to put right in immediately because getting additional workforce, let's see, 518, 105, 40.
Dominus.
Okay, so she only seems to affect, yeah, Equites residences. So from 40 to 56.
Let's get started then.
That's like 200 or so health.
Let's
so
get started then.
Put these 2 in. This one is probably the one that's going to go first. Then I want to load up this ship with timber and concrete and tiles.
We advance.
10 river slots, so we could produce clay on this island. Those river slots must all be like in this area up here. Now, okay, so I'm actually blocking one of the river slots, but I don't think that's a big problem. There's 2 here. So that could be an interesting location. I don't think I'm producing tiles on this island, but I don't think I need to either. But producing tiles on this island might not be the most horrible idea ever. We do have 1 fire station. Let's get the Custodes and the Medici. And some food would be nice. I think we need more than 2 currently. Yeah, no, we definitely don't. Can I... All that. Let's just put it in there. Cult of Minerva was discovered, so let's let... I need to do the research as well, so let's pause. Set this island to worship Minerva. Devotion missing. I can't build that. I need more building materials. And then have a look at the research here. The one research that I really, really want is all the way down there. Being able to upgrade our trading posts 1 more time would be great, but 3 hours, 46 minutes, that is punishing. This gives us the option to build additional trade piers. I wonder if there is some kind of shared workforce thing in... max offshore building range with the shore, that's nice. I'm gonna have a quick look through here very quickly to see if there is something that allows me to... It doesn't appear so. Nepotism for another depot. That's brilliant. I'm it's kind of sad that we can't. I was kind of hoping there would be something like in. It might be in the civic tree. Plus 200 prestige per governor villa, that is nice. The heck could that be then? I do want the marble roads, but... Build 2 baths or 2 forums. That one I definitely want, but that one does require... choosing the Roman path on one island in Albion and then House Mercators. That's not going to happen anytime soon. I would really like some kind of dock. Doesn't appear to have that. I'm guessing they're saving that for a DLC then. Well, okay. That's fine. I do not need more officium permits currently. I would like this one. This one would also be very nice, but it is not really required. I'm gonna go with the depots, so we can get more island storage, definitely. I could take all of these cheapo researchers, I guess. The ones that are like really quick to do. That one will give income area effect to the fishing huts, which I guess that's nice because I have fishing huts near population on the 2 separate islands. We need one research that actually is something that I need. I'm gonna go for that one for now. Actually, a shrine permit wouldn't be too bad. Then I guess I'll take that one. Okay. How is that ship looking? Where is it? The coast of Portugal.
I like having the option to disappear for a while.
And you do you? Is that the fishing huts? They'll have some range of happiness, which that won't hurt, I feel. not that far away.
So Praetor.
The wind, of course, is going the opposite direction.
There's a market for everything. If you're
So they're
desperate
getting
enough.
sardines, good. Now we get the depots. I'm guessing these are in there. 100 tons per island. That's not too bad. She did sell some wood, but our ship has also arrived.
Finest. Ready.
So we can drop all of this off. And we can send this back here.
Waves.
These triremes have 3 cargoes. I'm wondering. Yeah, they take up cargo slots. That's why the one we got in Albion has 5 slots. Because if I remove the ores, we get an additional cargo slot. Does that mean that... Ah, interesting.
So
Lessons learned.
Praetor.
But I want to use these as trading ships. Okay, we have definitely got enough wood up here now, so let's go ahead and build sheep farms, hemp farms, all the things. So not a large beach here that I didn't notice. Build those, and that one and that one. Guess we can do that. And that. And why not just do that? I mean, what we could do behind here is this, actually. Also do that. Don't get full tavern coverage, but they do get coverage from the market, so they don't get full fire service coverage either, but we could always build a well out here. Okay, we should have enough oats now, I think. No. I'm just going to get this island up and running, and then we're going to move over to Albion, because I'm not going to do the building chains here just yet. I just want to get the island up and running, so we get the population, the devotion. Listen to the festival. Quinquatria, the festival of Minerva. The citizens in the city of Smithium Jordani have grown in piety and devotion, and they are asking you to host the Quinquatria, the festival of Minerva. They wish to honor their city's patron god with a proper feast and sacrifices. It'll give us 50% productivity on concrete and mosaics. And a random specialist. Sure. You won't get any... we won't get any other benefit than the specialist. Which we apparently did not get. Oh, we did. The Venator of Artemis helps with hunting cabins and fisheries in range. That is... Let's say I'm not impressed, even if she is blue. I don't know about the hunting cabins, but... Fisheries? Really? Upkeep cost? The upkeep cost for a fishery is 6. Sorry about that. I meant to mute my microphone because I needed to move my desk, and I did notice that in one of my videos there was a weird sound like someone knocking on a door or something, and I suspect that was me moving my desk. I have a sit-stand desk, motorized. I was definitely not knocking on my microphone or desk, so the only thing that I could explain that with was that it must have been something like that. Come on. At least have enough hemp to start up the spinner here and the spinner here. We should also have enough sheep to start up the... that's the wrong window. Yeah, we definitely have enough sheep to start up the felters. Just build all of them, to be honest. Then that one. I kinda feel that I did not intend that one to be... Carpes civitas. Yeah, no, I don't think I meant that to be Custodia. I think I meant that to be a fire station. There is a fire station there, so maybe that means I can just do this. Yeah, actually does mean I can do that. So there's no coverage for the 3 buildings there. 2 of them. So there's 1 building there that doesn't have coverage from that one, and that will change when I upgrade the roads. Alright, we can start upgrading the roads already, to be honest. If I do that... You can't use... because you see it does the weird thing there. So you can't use that around the places where you've done these little notches, I guess. The auto thing around. I can do it here and here, and here and here, and here and here. Cannot do it there. Running out of cement. Maybe she'll sell us some. We did. That should cover...
This fish is the salt of the sea.
Yep, that covers everything. The AI is much better at trading stuff in Anno 117 compared to 1800. Okay, so we need more sardines. And then we have enough oats now, so we can build those 2. That should give us ample, I think. We might have to build another oat farm on this island actually, because we're not devoted to series, so we're not getting the farm bonuses. Although, what I do want to do is reserve those slots for the tileries. Diagonal, please. There we go. And I suppose you can build a bridge here now. I want to have the fire hazards on the other side here. We're at 36 minutes, so maybe no Albion in this episode after all then. I mean, the city is basically up and running. The only thing that I do need is more oats. Okay, so this is a bit of a mess in terms of roads. Can I doubt it. Yeah, because it's too big. But this hemp farm here, how big is that thing? So if I do that, there should be room for a warehouse. I'll turn that so it looks like that. Is this going to be 60 tiles? I think it is, actually. What do you know? 60 tiles. Whoa! Again, sheer luck. And that means we can put down an oat farm there. I do want to have a road going like that. I'm not sure if there's anything of interest up there. Maybe just do a straight road, to be honest. Didn't intend to remove that. Okay, then we can put in some... Turn off the planning mode. Put in some oats. And this one will just continue. I think that actually doesn't look too bad. I can go ahead and build a road like that. There would be room for another sheep farm in there. If I needed one. I don't think I need one, but let's actually build a road like that and we can have some decorations there. Yeah, it would be very silly if the game allowed me to build something inside of there except for decorations, wouldn't it? Let's do it like that. Okay, so what does the city look like now? We have... I just need to build one more sardinery. Or fishery. And then we just do that, and that, and that. Oh, we also need this Medici. What does that look like? So I don't think we have 5 tunic makers on the island, do we? Wait, Minerva affects tunics, doesn't she? Yes, she does. %. So we probably don't need more. So we have enough for all of these. And level 4. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this island to its own devices for now. The only thing it lacks is prestige. And for me to get prestige on this island, I would need to build the villa. Let's see here. Villa. Best spot for a villa would be there. Can I just move these to there and then move these to here? Would that still... Yes, would. So we can move these. From there. Remove this road. We also have enough concrete to go ahead and upgrade more of the roads. This is one of those fiddly ones. And then we need the governor villa, which is going to cover most of the city actually. Only need to upgrade the roads down here. It's going to cover everything down there as well. Like so. I don't think we have any specialists to put in here. Well, the workforce for the hunting cabins and fisheries, which I mean, she is in range of them. But like, why? Can I just do that so I get the decorations copied? Yeah. So we have positive prestige. The only thing that is problematic on this island is the fire safety. And... Okay, I'm going to remove that road, and I'm going to move this. Come on, game. Oh, that actually is diagonal, is it? And then, Vigiles. There. That gives us 40 fire safety on the island. We could build a well there. That covers a lot of buildings. So that's another up to 104. And if you build one... That doesn't really cover a lot of buildings because of the one that I have over there. So that one is the best, so up to 147. So everything here is positive now. And we can just leave the island alone and go to Albion. And this is the first island, so it doesn't cost anything.
Possibly required.
We should have our ship, the dreamfish. A weird name fish.
Advance.
Okay, so this is something completely new to me. We basically don't have any buildings at all here. Which is kind of interesting, that it doesn't even... We have the waiter residence. I go into planning mode and I just do a road like that. Oh, and based on what I've seen from other people playing the game, it basically always rains here. So get used to it. Legally enshrined. Gotta love these names. I'm just gonna do this for now. We can fill in the necessary buildings that we are going to need, which I have absolutely no clue what will be. I assume they need some kind of equivalent to the taverns and stuff, so I'll do that. Have the governor villa there. Actually, what I want to do is this. Then I want to copy that. And no, I did not mean to do that. If I just do this. That gives us something at least, and I can remove those so that I know that I have some space available. I do need some woodcutters up here. I assume they are very much the same as in Latium. They are indeed. So they each require 3 waders and 4 waders, so that is 3, 6, 12. 12 plus 16 is 28, and then a warehouse is... so that's 32. Okay, blah. Let's see here. So if I have a warehouse... Oh, I'm a big fan of the music here. And by that I mean I am a big fan of the music here. This is really good. Road going over there and out there and out there. That should work. That should work. That should work. That should work. We do that, and we do that. And I want to build those 4. So that I can see where the road can go. That is not bad at all. Do that. There we go. Even have a harbor connection, and we're producing timber. Excellent. The other ship has arrived. We won't be able to fit all of it in here, but I think we can upgrade this already. Yep, we can. So let's just upgrade that and put the rest of the stuff in here. And we can send this ship back to Capita Caledorn. I need to change the name of that. This ship can be the primary ship for the islands up here. Let's see if we can find a captain. I guess let's build some houses. They want cockles. Yeah, I'm sure they do. No further comment. This just feels so wrong. That's big. And yes, that's what she said. Okay. So, 2 big cockle pickers. Oh gods. This is so bad. This is just so bad. But I couldn't help it. I'm sure you will all forgive me and that you can understand why. Because seriously, really? They also want eels? That doesn't make it any better, game. That really doesn't make it any better. It's even called an eel grabber. Oh, for the love of... Fine. I'll make eel grabbers for you guys. You can have your eels and big cockles. Jesus Christ. Note that thing has an attachment point. We also need a warehouse. Oh boy. That was just so bad. But it was obligatory. Did I do that the same length? 53, 53, 48. I did not. So let's move this 1 tile over. No, we can't move that 1 tile over. So rather what we'll do is move this one 1 tile over, move this one 1 tile over. And then that should be 48. That should be 53, which means we should move this one 1 tile over. There we go. So we can get the market and we can get... this one is a different size, of course. It has to be a different size, because why wouldn't it be a different size? The market, when it's not having an epileptic seizure, is 6 by 8. It's 5 by 6. So that actually would make sense to move all the way out there. Stop having seizures. Okay, I guess this is how it will be then. The front of this thing. That That's actually quite hard to tell. Does it have a door or an entrance or something? The camera is a little bit oversensitive. Because there's a door there, and there's a door there. I'm gonna build it like that. There's gonna be a tiny road going to that door. And then I'll do a piece picker. And of course it flips away. So we'll have a little road piece to the door that should be there as well. Okay. See, it doesn't give perfect coverage. 44444. There are some of the buildings down here near the harbor that doesn't get the bardic hearth treatment. I'm presuming we are overproducing eels by a massive amount. Yes, we are. Same with cockles. So they want reed shoes and tunics. Tunics, that's a good old one. Hemp. I don't want to remove too much of the forest because I really don't have that much. This area out here, I'm gonna save that for forest. Where are the mountain slots? So there's one there. One there, and one there. One there. One there. If I do a road like that, and do diagonal construction. Try that again. That works. And that allows me to use some of this area for hemp. I want to have the road going like that. And it looks cool in front of that. Okay, we do this. On this building, the entrance looks a bit different, but yep, it's... I can fit a hemp farm there. So that's good enough. Up here. This is like the Scottish Highlands. If I put a head, yep, that can also deliver to there. But I'm not sure if it's going to be enough in regards to... No, it is. It's going to be fine. There we go. That's 3 hemp farms, so we can make tunics. Assume the tunics, yeah, they are the same. That's tunics.
Ward of the Fenland. I'll do.
Do. I like the dialect there.
I await your instruction.
At your invitation, Benbalian takes a seat at your table. Poets and orators proclaim the glory of governors far less accomplished than you, Ere, he says. You could commission laudators to exalt your imperium in Rome, lest you be overshadowed by less worthy rivals. Do you agree? And keep them in our own regions. That gives us plus 100 prestige and plus 100 happiness for 4 hours on Capita Caledon and 5 reputation. We can send them throughout the Empire. That costs... So this costs 5, this costs 10. That gives us 200 prestige for 4 hours on the Capita. We can send them to Rome. Gives us... That's 25,000. Gives us 300 prestige and 10 reputation with the Emperor. I'm going to send them to Rome.
I'll notify the magistrates.
Thank you, Benbalian.
Us wayward souls want guiding.
A passing waiter sees your toga. Interesting, since I haven't made anyone yet. Bright with the colors of Roman nobility. Also interesting, since I haven't made any dye. And throws himself at your feet. Alas, his well-meaning gesture causes mud from a nearby puddle to splash over your hems. Hems I assume I don't have. So apparently I sigh. This must be Wally. Speaking no Latin, definitely Wally, he gestures frantically to the wares strapped to his ponies. Freshly woven reed shoes and tunics. They're yours for the taking if you wish. Do you accept his offering of apology? We can take his reed shoes. We can take his tunics, or we can show forgiveness. Some decisions have no cost or negative consequences. I'm going to show forgiveness, because I don't really see the need for any of these.
It's your song, Ward of the Fenland.
Ward of the Fenland, that is apparently my title here. The waiter has never known such mercy. He lowers his head in deep gratitude and hops atop his pony and splashes off before you change your mind. Could it be that a new dawn of modernation and compromise has risen upon this land, what with your tenure as governor? Time will only tell.
May your river run clear.
And is grateful for my forgiveness. Yeah, well, I think we need to wrap up the episode, to be honest. The one thing that I want to check before we do it is we have now 34 reputation with Her Imperial Majesty, so... We still don't have it, so that seems to be then...
Any of you in the market for a few...
Go away, Queso. You're not even in the game. That appears to be either 35 or 40. Kind of makes sense. It would 40 or 35, 70, 100, maybe?
Fear is the harvest of those who never plan ahead.
Well, I'm not sure I agree with that, Your Imperial Majesty. As for our research, this one is almost done. In case I'm going to do stuff in between episodes, which I'm probably am, let's just quickly have a look at the research. Yeah, I'm going to take the hazard fighters. That's 20 minutes. And I really would like to get the Quinqueremes. Okay, we need Romanized and Celtic population. I can get this if I go through the Praetorian pumps into one of these. Since we have the cognoscentic research, it'll be like that. The Quinquerem would be really nice to get, actually. Tabulae Tocate. Snuffing Sedition. And the right to repair. But really, we haven't chosen any paths, so these aren't open yet, and we need You can choose paths on a per island basis, as far as I know. I don't think there's anything here I really want, except for the stone walls. And the walls are really... Ship repair speed. Yeah, so the hazard fighters and... water conservation, that looks good. Also the potential for boosting our farms with aqueducts, that's nice. And Hurried Horea for loading speed, looks good. I'll probably not play that much off camera, so that should be... Just in case, I'll put that one on. Oh no, I won't, because I'll forget. So, if I run out of research, that's the one I'm going to take, I think. With that, I'm going to wrap this up here and say thank you all so very much for joining me. As per usual, I am very grateful. If you have any questions and or comments, then feel free to leave those down in the comment section. And as per usual, I would also like to do the little begging part, or call to action, as they so handily call it in the YouTube world. So comment. If you don't have any comments, then joke, emoji, something sassy would be very appreciated. And of course, if you like the video, then do please click the like button. I also haven't mentioned the fact that you could also click subscribe if you want to do that. I wouldn't mind. But of course, it would require you to enjoy the channel. With that, I'm going to leave you, and I hope to see you all in the next episode.